Alex is running late. Mr. Remick won't be here today. Danny and Angela should be here by the meeting time. So, Mayor, do you have any open communication?
Mr. Chairman, there's one item of closed business, but seeing that we're missing some folks, if it's okay, if we can save it to the end of the study session.
Okay.
Nothing else other than that.
Okay. All right, so we'll move on to number 6 then. This is a motion to approve the first reading of case 18-19Z. Okay. Zoning ordinance to amend Appendix A, City of Taylor, Michigan, Code of Ordinance regulating the development and use of land to rezone the northern approximately 320 feet of parcel 60-053-99-007-000 from O1 office to R1C PUD, single family residential planned unit development, and the remainder of said parcel from residential R1C to R1C. Parcel is located in a quarter section of City of Taylor, TS3S. What are those coordinates?
Yeah.
Okay. Wayne County, Michigan. The property is located on the south side of Goddard Road between Telegraph and Beech Daly. Is there any questions on that?
Just your condos over there, correct?
Right.
Going from residential to PUD and going from office to PUD, correct?
Okay.
Correct. And this is what it was prior to them, not everything stopped, correct?
Yeah, through the chair, they started the development in 2006 and then left, and it's been vacant, partially built out since that time. At that time, under the 2004 zoning ordinance, after 36 months, the property was reverted back to the previous rezoning. And the council at that time had to take it to a formal rezoning just to make sure that it was rezoned back to what it was. We weren't sure what the future use of the property would be. So now we have a developer that's willing to finish it out, minus a few of the units on a separate parcel, exactly the way it was approved back in 2006. So this is to rezone it back to accommodate the planned unit development.
And all the people around the area, residents or whatever, have no problem with it be rezoned, correct? I mean, they all know
It
about
was advertised, there was no objections at the planning commission meeting, and I received none either by email or phone.
Okay.
Laura, real quick, those are just going to be condos back there, correct?
Correct.
Any more questions? Okay. We'll move on to number 7. Eureka, parcel as listed, request to remove $404 in special assessment, false alarm charges, and the administrative fees from the 2018 summer special roll per the attached documents. Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Chairman. What this is a double billing for false alarm charges. We had assigned $1,200 on the summer 2018 tax roll for both Bed Bath & Beyond and Joint Fabric. We also had assigned a $400 charge to a deleted parcel in BSNA, but it was still active in ES1. So the total charge is $1,200. So we're requesting the $400 be removed from one parcel that is deleted is no longer active in our system. So still being billed $1,200 for both charges.
And the 404 is because of the administration fee, correct?
That is correct.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Number 8, a motion to approve mayor to sign sponsorship agreement for Rotary Park.
Mr. Chairman, this is essentially this will be a cost recovery. We recently went out for bid to update the current digital sign and translucent sign that's in place as we are right now, and I believe the cost, Jeff, was very close to what's being recovered per this agreement, The difference is, obviously, we'll pay for it up front and we'll recover the cost over time. Taylor Rotary, we attempted to get this in a shorter window. It just was not in their budget, so we worked with them to keep it. We didn't like the idea of changing the name from Rotary Park. I kind of liken that to the Pine Knob and DTE. It'll always be Pine Knob, even though it's, called DTE. I think it'll always be Rotary Park, even if we change the name, so.
To the chair, this agreement has been going on for quite some time, maybe more, like 10 years in Parks and Rec, so this is just continuing as we need to do.
Question. I have a question. How did it ever become Rotary Park, the name?
I can give you what I assume occurred. I think that park was partially constructed with funds and materials donated by the Edward Levy Company. And I think at that point in time, the city of Taylor put a sign up, and they were looking for some type of income to generate, to cover the cost for the maintenance. There was, I think, a maintenance agreement that was originally in place. Now we handle things a little bit different, and so what we're really doing is looking to recover the cost of the sign. But I think they just solicited Taylor Rotary, or Taylor Rotary volunteered. I'm not sure, who approached who, but I know originally the agreement was for maintenance only to the park.
The Rotary is kind of like in charge of the park?
No,
No.
no, that's really why I think their members had some heartburn over, what they really got for that. You're not getting anything other than the name. You're buying the naming right. This is Comerica Park, this is DTE, this is Rotary Park. So for the agreement, I think is it $3,000 a year or $3,000 a year? It will remain Rotary Park, and that is the same number that they had budgeted when it was originally approved a decade ago or so, or 15 years ago.
But they're allowed to do some signage or something like that themselves?
Just their wheel,
Yeah.
the chair of the wheel, and the history of the club.
Right.
And then they're also able to schedule through the Parks and Rec department a couple fundraisers, activities there, which would go around our normal scheduled things that we already have, the softball and any kind of activities that we have. They have to coordinate and get it in writing that they can have it for that day or that time.
And we actually encouraged, I think there's some history boards or something that they're allowed to construct and erect at their own cost. That's really to bring some notoriety to Taylor Rotary and educate people, because they're worried about losing members, right? They're like every other club. The membership's continuously going down, and a lot of people don't know the mission of Taylor Rotary. So we felt that it was reasonable to allow them to build small signs that are similar to what went in on the bus stop at Party Road in front of the library, that talks about the history of Taylor Rotary. And of course, the city would have to approve that design.
I think most cities have a Rotary Park.
I know that there's a lot of different Rotary groups. I don't know, they all participate at different levels and they have different goals and objectives, but again, we tried to work with them to come up with an agreement that worked for both parties. We didn't like the idea of changing the name, although we had somebody that was ready to certainly jump on it if available, so.
I just seen the period of 15 years on here too, it seems like a really long time.
And we agree, but we tried 10 initially and their board voted it down, so, yeah.
Any more questions? All right, we'll move on to number 9. Motion to approve Al's Asphalt Company approved city vendor unit pricing for asphalt needs. To make needed repairs to various city-owned parking lots, park roads, and walking paths for the amount of $188,780 with a 10% contingency for an amount not to exceed $207,658 to be funded through the TVA capital outlay.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is pretty self-explanatory. I think I've in the detail attached some of the quotes per location so you can see exactly what they're doing at Rotary Park, JC Park, Oregon Park, Heritage Park. So it's all inclusive there. And again, a lot of these are, trip hazards right now and decaying, and so we have to get them back up to standards.
Hey, John,
Yes, sir.
how is the walkway around the pond? Is that in really good shape, or?
What pond? Around at Heritage Park?
Yeah.
No, it needs some attention. And I'm not sure if this is addressed here. We have fixed a couple areas that was really bad, but it's starting to fail, so,
So I know there's some big gaps.
yeah, it's starting to fail. We've patched it, but that's gonna be, I would assume that that's gonna be on our next list.
Mr. Chairman, the one thing this does include at Heritage Park is, if you're all familiar with the bean field, or what we call the bean field, there's a little dirt road there. We're going to pave it. I think it'll be better used. We're going to also include a portion of it that'll be a walking or riding, and it'll be striped accordingly, but it just seems like it's underutilized as a dirt road, so we're trying to find ways to provide some better opportunity.
So you're gonna do it all the way
Yeah, I was
across,
just gonna ask that.
and then that one entryway into that parking lot?
Yes, I believe that, so how it cuts through the bean field, kind of runs parallel with
Right.
the woods, and then
Yep.
enters into,
Mhm.
all of that will
Okay.
become asphalt with a striped off section for walking.
That's where I was gonna
You probably get a car
You got a
wash
good
after.
spot over there, yeah, that's the